Happy Monday out there, Team 42. It's your skipper here, Darius Dell, to present our macro minute for Monday, March 10th, 2025. Hope everyone had a great weekend. So as always, we'll start with the executive summary from today's leadoff morning note. If you would like to review the analysis supporting these conclusions and to see if you need to make any changes in your portfolio to remain on the right side of market risk, you need to be a client of 42 Macro. So today's key macro question is quote, period of transition, end quote, the new transitory? Our answers are President Trump's economic agenda has ignited near unprecedented levels of U.S. policy uncertainty as his administration ushers in what he calls a necessary period of transition. President Trump's economic policies represent a high-stakes gamble on transitioning the U.S. economy from paradigm A, which is a buoyant but K-shaped U.S. economy propped up by excessive government spending, to paradigm B, which is a buoyant E-shaped U.S. economy that shifts the burden of generating marginal economic output back to the private sector. The Trump administration is banking on temporary economic disruptions leading to long-term economic resilience. Our analysis indicates such disruptions, however transitory they may be, are not currently reflected in consensus GDP forecasts, consensus sales and earnings estimates for companies, or investor positioning. In short, paradigm B may very well be better than paradigm A. We are not passing judgment on that because that would be correctly interpreted as a political statement. What we are passing judgment on is the fact that investors were fully positioned for paradigm A at the all-time high in the SPY only a few weeks ago. It is not likely markets have fully transitioned to paradigm B without even a mere 10% correction in the stock market. A 20% crash is not out of the question. Recall Ronald Reagan needed a 27% collapse in the S&P 500 to wring out the excesses of paradigm A and successfully transition to paradigm B when he took office. Transitioning to our 42 macro dashboard, as always, we'll wrap up with the question from our community. This one's regarding E-shaped economy. It says, can someone please tell a newbie what an E-shaped economy means? Google is not my friend on this one. So yeah, no, that you're not going to find that on Google until I put it on Google because I created that, much like I created the whole kitchen sinking of the economy theme back in the last fall. When I say E-shaped economy, what we mean by E-shaped is that the three cohorts of economic agents or people in the economy, whether you be the upper part of the income and wealth distribution is moving in the same direction as the middle part of the income and wealth distribution and moving in the same direction as the folks in the lower part of the income and wealth distribution. In the K-shaped economy, you got the folks on the upper part of the income and wealth distribution improving. Their lives are getting better. Stocks are going up. The economy's booming in terms of their economic activity, whereas the folks on the bottom part of the K, their lives are getting worse over time, especially throughout the Biden administration. Inflation was causing them to struggle to make ends meet. You obviously didn't necessarily have the kind of economic boom on the bottom part of the K as you did on the top part of the K, and obviously those folks aren't traditionally exposed to asset markets. So K-shaped transitioning from a K-shaped economy that was propped up by excessive government spending, $2 trillion deficits, et cetera, that money touched a lot of economic actors in the private sector. There's a lot of folks lining up, with their hands out, getting paid by Uncle Sam. If you think about the Palantirs of the world, the Starlinks of the world, et cetera, transitioning from that economy to an economy where that is being generated, an E-shaped economy that's being perpetuated by robust private sector investment activity that leads to employment and consumption growth. I think that could potentially be a much better outcome. And, obviously, President Trump was voted into office with that, with selling that to the American public as a better outcome. However, going from the mountaintop of paradigm A, which was the all-time high in the SPY on February 19th, to the mountaintop of paradigm B at some point in the future may require markets and the economy going into the valley before they can start to ascend up the new mountains. So that's all we're trying to say here is that transitioning from a K-shaped economy to an E-shaped economy might require some quote unquote period of transition, which is maybe code word for transitory by the time this is all said and done in market terms. So hopefully that was a helpful explanation of what we mean by E-shaped economy. Just everyone rowing the boat in the same direction. I think that is a positive outcome for for America in general as an American capitalist and someone who very much believes in the American dream. I am the face of the American dream on global Wall Street, or certainly one of the faces of the American dream. So I'm obviously rooting for an E-shaped economy, but again, I'm not even passing political judgment on whether these are the correct strategies to get to an E-shaped economy or whether or not paradigm B is better than paradigm A. Again, those are political statements. I don't care about the political statements. I care about how the economy and asset markets are going to evolve, and that's how we help our clients here at 42 Macro. So we'll wrap it up there. Darius Dell here presenting our macro minute for Monday, March 10th, 2025. Everyone have a wonderful day out there. Best of luck. We'll catch you back here tomorrow. Cheers.